This is Simon from Fingers on Plastic. I have had a delivery from those wonderful people at Kapow Toys. So, what do we think's in the box? What do you think's in the box?
A pine cone.
A what?
A pine cone.
A pine cone?
Yes.
No, there's not a pine cone in the box.
I don't know that.
There is a fidget on the loose. Right. Any more guesses what could be in here?
A toy?
Yeah.
A robot.
A robot, yeah. We have Fans Toys Spoiler, who is of course their take on a masterpiece.
It's going to be my turn after you.
Breakdown. Do you mean your turn?
After you.
What are you going to do after me?
You're going to see from on the camera. You're going to have to sit here. Okay?
Right.
And then you're going to have to watch me.
What, you're going to film your own video? Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. You're not having the sharp knife though.
No.
And what are you going to film a video about?
Shrek.
Okay.
Can I go get something for you to guess?
In a minute. Well, let's just finish this one first.
Yeah.
So, we have some...
Who's that name?
His name is Spoiler.
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 Spoiler, okay.
And he's part of the Stunticons. So his real name, Spoiler's his pretend name. His real name is Breakdown.
Breakdown.
Breakdown. He has a nice collector's card, which has just been taken from me.
See properly.
You stay that side of the camera, sweetie. Yeah, they saw it. I have an assistant for this video.
Okay.
Some nice instructions.
Okay.
Lots of steps, crikey. And don't get me wrong, I love Fans Toys. I love their toys. But good grief. Sometimes, they've seen it, sweetie. Sometimes they really make transformations complicated. Right.
Out to see him?
Yep. Back.
Why do I got to stay away from you?
No, you've got to stay that side of the camera.
Why?
Because I don't want to put you on camera. Right, so we have in his styrofoam.
Not you and me.
Yeah, well later, after this one. Have a nice gun, which is 1 minute. He's got a nice gun. Shoot at me. He has
Gun.
a face, another face in a bag, which is his face. And here is the man himself. I am a robot.
And what's your name? Your real name?
His real name's Breakdown, so his pretend name is Spoiler. So Fans Toys call him Spoiler because Hasbro would smack their bottoms if they called him Breakdown. They can, for some reason, have a character look exactly like he does on the cartoon. If we,
Here you go.
that's my little click to let me know. Thank you. He, he's got individual. I do like it when they have individual finger articulation, mainly because it makes me laugh when you can get a figure to flip the bird. Anyway, more than 90 at the elbow, straight out. Arms a bit thin, to say. I know the character's quite thin, but I quite like it. We've got Wild Rider. and he's quite a thin chap. The head is amazingly stiff. Up, down, a little bit, no side to side.
So I'm going to put on the show.
I'm probably going to change that face because I think this face is a bit boring, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's very sort
it's
of...
nice.
You think this is a nice face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really fit.
Can't argue with that. He does have a waist, ab crunch. That far out.
Why? Do you know how to fit to here?
Why are you upside down?
Because I bought upside down.
Okay.
I bought upside down. Like 2 years ago.
This seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah. I do.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny? That's the back of the car. So technically, his head comes out of his butt.
Is that his butt?
That's the back of the car, so it's technically his butt. It's the car butt, isn't it? You were saying earlier we put the shopping in the car's butt. Which was hard to argue with, because...
Can you turn in the car?
He does turn into a car, yes.
Can you turn in the car?
Can I turn into a car? Probably tomorrow.
Today?
I just don't think we've got that kind of time, sweetie.
Okay.
He looks fantastic. He's heavy. Really, really heavy.
Can I see?
Heavy?
No.
Well, he's heavy for a toy. Like, he's got some weight to him because he's got die-cast bits. Like, if you hold... No, he's heavy. Ah, there we go. If you hold Masterpiece Inferno...
Yeah.
Yeah? You hold Masterpiece Inferno and then hold Breakdown. Who's heavier? Yeah, he's heavier. She's nodding him. So he's got some weight to him because he's heavier. He's got heft. Butch, despite being really, really thin. He looks great. QC Pass 30. Now that's interesting because I'm sure one of the videos, be it MGO or somebody, had QC, it may have been Deluxe. I'm sure he had QC Pass 31. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll transform him and do his car mode a little bit later on. We are going to watch Bumblebee after we've brushed teeth.
It's my turn now.
Oh.
After we brush our teeth.
Okay, we'll brush our teeth and then you can film the video.
I'll put in the card in first. Put it that way. Like this.
Don't put it up your sleeve. It's not a magic trick.
It is.
Right. We'll try.
This next week it's going to boom out.
It's going to what?
Boom out.
Boom out of what? What are we booming? Okay.
Card. Ta-da! Boomed out.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Painful to have a child that's clearly smarter than me. I have not stopped it recording. Right. Yes, we'll do the rest later. Cheers. So it's about 24 hours later. A little bit over 24 hours later, and I'm now sadly Sans assistant. Honestly, right? So we recorded that intro and that start bit, and then she took the camera and just went on for about 15 minutes. I recorded it. I might edit some of it together. I don't know yet. I need to. Some of it was really funny, but she was picking up DX9's Carry, Siege Starscream, DX9's Galvatron, Iron Factory's Tarn, just going for it. It was really funny, really good stuff. So I might edit some of it together. I don't know yet. Anyway, before I get him transformed up, what I wanted to look at was these two guys together. This was what was interesting to me. So obviously this is DX9, not Fans Toys. And they are very similar aesthetic and they look great together. Obviously we know what he's going to look like with him. I'm in bed with Fans Toys for my Stunticons. I got Rildwider because he looks cool. And I shouldn't have bought him, really. I'll be really interested to get Fans Toys one of these so we can actually have these two next to each other, because so far he's heavier. He's definitely much heavier. He's probably like twice the weight, but aesthetically they are nigh on, spot on. He is kind of fun to transform. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to me over the next 10 or 15, 20, 25, 30 hours transforming him. I'll put some pictures up of the three of them together around here somewhere. But that's enough putting it off. It's time to transform him. I'll be back. "45 minutes. Right, I don't know how to describe this. It's a Fans Toys transformation, and I just don't like what they do with their transformations. But it's perfect. In fairness, the transformation isn't that bad. Apart from the fact you have to have the fingers like this. And these little bits here, I don't know if you can see the silver bit I'm pointing to, I'll highlight it. Those bits turn in on themselves. It's legitimately painful to do. I had to get pliers, it's so tight. But look at it. From what it was. And you saw how tall he was next to a Motomaster and all that. Here is Masterpiece Sideswipe. Here, they are as good as identical. It is absolutely ridiculous what they've achieved. So I can't be too hard on the transformation, even though it was pretty hard on me. Again, he looks fantastic with Rildwider. Oh my goodness. Wild Rider. I'm going to have to get him a little D Club badge. I'm not going to transform him back straight away. I'm really intrigued as to how these guys are going to peg out when it comes to... I'm really looking forward to Fans Toys so I can really have a direct comparison, because weight he's heavier than both of these guys combined, and he's pretty. Yeah, he's great. You know, I'd really like Fans Toys to just... I've got a paint blemish. Not sure if it's showing up. It could be cat hair. But it might be a paint... I think it's a paint blemish. Damn it! Someone scratched my Lambo. Oh, that's really irritating. Every bit of this guy is painted. His pop-up lights do come out, but I have no earthly idea how you get them out. It says you're supposed to be able to push up behind the wheel well, but you can't. But I've seen it in videos that they pop out. Oh, shit. I mean, oh gosh, that hurt. Well, there's one of them, so you get the gist. That's really cool, actually. His don't. His do. Oh, he's got these little tabs underneath that you push and rises his lights, which is pretty cool. He does not have that, but I'm worried now because I've got clearly a scratch on my paint, and I don't want to scratch anymore. But he's cool. So Deluxe has been sniffing a lot of plastic recently. I'm both concerned for him and curious as to why. But no, it's great. It's a really, really good figure. You've done it again, Fans Toys. I'm ready for the next one. Got a job now, so let's get them going again. It was nice for the gap. I needed that gap, but now it's go time. So let's finish them. I want a Menasor. Yeah, anything so I basically never have to transform him back, because I don't want to. I don't want to transform him back, because his vehicle, you know, when he's combined mode, it's boom, boom, like that. So he's probably going to stay in car mode for the rest of his life now. Sorry, dude. But, you know, he's fun to flick back and forth. I mean, I think that you can play with him. Not so much. But these are the breaks we get. Right, I'm veering into ranting territory, and this video is going to be quite long because the first portion of it I was distracted a lot, but it was fun and worth it. Thank you very much.
Fingers on plastic.